special segments?
Yeah, it's just okay.
Special segments? We're just going to release a segment on a show?
You debating semantics at this point?
Yeah.
And welcome to Overtime, brought to you by KingsCast at www.kingscast.net. I'm Keith Kornelick.
And I'm Chris Kalazewski.
And we are here with a few very special guests. We are broadcasting live on Ustream. Don't know how that's going to go.
Yeah, it's sort of a test thing, but thank you for everyone who's tuning in here, and then for everyone else who's going to be watching this one tomorrow morning, probably. But tonight is episode 116. I'm going to be talking about the Drew Doughty situation. Going to talk about the signing of Simone Gagne, and going to talk about if we can expect the Kings to do anything else this summer. And we'll also have a good old-fashioned see ya from Mr. Michal Handzus.
So here we go. It is episode 116. Looks good on paper. Do it. All right. So, Chris, July 1st, all was supposed to be quiet on the Los Angeles Kings front, and then you turn on TSN, noon hits, Kings are in Canada visiting Brad Richards' agent, the other coveted free agent. Wow.
Yeah, you got to love this. Kings just going all out for this offseason. Made the big splash with Mike Richards. Might as well go after Brad Richards. Make the fan base happy. Show everyone that in the league that this team is serious. And, what an entourage they threw out there. They had everyone out there except one person was not there mysteriously.
Luc Robitaille.
Yeah, Luc Robitaille wasn't there. I've heard lots of speculation that, he wasn't
there. Whatever. I think his son was playing some sort of music gig. But, they literally brought everyone. The coaching staff, management, Mike Altieri, running the projector. Who knows? But the Kings made a real pitch. Tim Leiweke saying that this was the most proud he's ever been of the organization. They rolled out some sort of PowerPoint that had Kobe Bryant and Jerry Bruckheimer and other celebrities, maybe Justin Bieber, who knows?
Yeah, I think Bieber was there.
Kings made a great pitch, and you know what? What I was most looking forward to was not so much actually getting Brad Richards, but hearing Bob Miller try to call Brad Richardson to Mike Richards to, I can't even do it,
Exactly. Yeah, it gets a little confusing there, but, obviously didn't happen. But, you got, who there?
Oh, peace to you, baby.
Yes.
We'll see you later.
Who on the Kings didn't think there was maybe a slight chance that he might come there, and how awesome that'd be. I know that the day between, the fact that we heard that they were going out there to meet with him and when he actually made his decision, we were putting together some sort of dream lines.
Yeah.
That's pretty fun. That was pretty fun to think about, actually.
It was. I think we all knew in our heart of hearts that Brad Richards was going to sign with the New York Rangers. The writing was on the wall. He had to take a night to think about it. And to be honest with you, I think that was because of the Los Angeles Kings. They showed how much they wanted him, what they were willing to, do for him. Just in presentation mode. For me, I am not at all disappointed that we didn't get him. We would have locked up a guy at a significant cap figure who's a natural center, probably would have played on the left. It would have been great. Don't get me wrong. Mm-hmm. You know what? I don't consider it a whiff by Dean Lombardi. I say, he went in there to try and get something done that wasn't going to happen. It didn't. Hey, no harm, no foul.
Yeah, exactly. You got to love that they actually went out and tried. But, consolation prize, and not a bad one at all, obviously Simone Gagne, which, we're turning into the Flyers out here, what it feels like. But I like the sign. I like Gagne. Obviously, he's a skilled player. Yes, he's had some injury issues the last couple of years, but I expect him to be a big factor in the team. And I know that we sort of think about him maybe on the second line because of his chemistry with Mike Richards, but I can see him up there on that top line someday. You never know. The way Terry Murray shuffles lines, I think that we will see him playing with Kopitar.
Then he'll be benched and back up on the first line, and then maybe first defensive pairing. But Simone Gagne, a very skilled guy, as you said. And you know what? Ex-Flyer, first of all, has the concussion history, which is big for Dean Lombardi, but I really like his skill. You know what I mean? When you're looking at what was available free agency, where people are talking about Eric Cole, bleh, UC Jokinen, bleh. To me, Simone Gagne, high risk but high reward. Tampa Bay would not have gotten to one game away from the Stanley Cup Finals if it wasn't for Simone Gagne. I'm happy. Why? Because Scott Parsons is not your top blind left wing. To me is huge. But I really, really like what the Los Angeles Kings did this offseason so far.
Yeah, you can't argue about that. It's we are now rocking two solid lines on paper, and even a third line that has the potential to be a really skilled line. We looked at the last couple of years, our third line has been sort of a mucker line, out there, big bodies, just kind of banging it around, a couple 20-goal scorers if we're lucky, like a couple of years ago with Handzus. But, we're going to have a skilled third line, and we're going to be able to go out there and compete with the San Jose Sharks of the world. And I think we're building a team.
No doubt about it. Somebody actually was Quist from Jules from the Crown suggested Lockdown center, Jarrett Stoll and Kyle Clifford. I really like that. Will it happen? Probably not. So you're probably looking at Jarrett Stoll in the center, Kyle Clifford on the left. And people ask me, are we going to sign another right wing coming to replace Simmons. I don't see it. I see it being replaced internally and then maybe getting somebody at the deadline if that's not quite working out.
Yeah, we'll see. This team is definitely serious about winning this year, and I definitely think they have a chance. I mean, you look at the leadership on this team now, and you look at the experience, the deep playoff experience. I mean, how exciting is it to be a Kings fan right now? It's fantastic, and I think we're all just waiting for, Vegas and preseason and all the fun that's going to come with this brand new team, and got some great players. So of course there would be some drama this summer, and it can't be perfect, even with the signings of a trade for Mike Richards and the signing of Simeon Gagne. And now we have Drew Doughty, who's sort of a holdover now, and is playing some hardball here with his negotiations.
My problem with the Drew Doughty contract is not that he's not signed already, because he will be. I mean, Bobby Ryan with the Ducks took until, I think, September to finally get locked up. We hope this isn't a Patrick O'Sullivan-like situation here. But you know what? Drew Doughty will get done. My problem is, and some of the rumors have been circulating, is that he wants to be the highest paid King. And I have a problem with that because he doesn't deserve to be. You know what I mean? Andrei Kopitar taking that leadership role, always improving. To me, Drew Doughty, great defenseman, has the potential to be one of the best. Dipped last season, maybe showing a little bit of that ego, maybe that immaturity that everyone has at 21. That's my problem with it.
Especially as a millionaire. So, look, great rookie season. Amazing, second season. And last season, like you said, he dipped a little bit. So does this guy deserve to be the highest paid player? No, he doesn't. So, it's time to get to the table and figure this out, because I think Kings fans will breathe a little easier when he is finally signed. Now, the chances of him actually signing somewhere else, are pretty slim. And
no, they're none. They're just none. I mean, people saying that we're going to trade Drew Doughty for Steven Stamkos, it's ridiculous. Drew Doughty's not getting traded. He's not going anywhere.
I think the new trade is Richards and Johnson and like a first for Stamkos.
We're not trading Mike Richards either. I mean, we made this big hoopla about how great he is, and he is great. He's not going anywhere. The rumors are absolute BS. If somebody puts in something interesting about a third line right winger, I might say that has some juice. Nothing's going on. Doughty will be signed by camp. Not a big deal. It happens all the time.
All right, Kings fans, it is the season of saying goodbye, and these are tough. You're saying goodbye to a player who's been there for a couple seasons here and there, but it has to happen. So this is a new installment of the popular segment, See Ya, with Michal Handzus.
Handzus. God, you were slow. Like Dennis Bernstein of the fourth period said during our roundtable, he can't skate me faster. So sorry, got to say, see ya.
Handy. Last year at Hockey Fest, you and Pawnee were set up in the ESPN zone, and we forgot to interview. Yeah, that pretty much sums up your tenure with the Kings. So sorry, but see ya.
Michael, you were great in the locker room, but now we're loaded up with talent. So take a hike, Chief. You've been replaced by a malcontent. See ya.
Handzus, we'll miss you, bro. Now you're heading to San Jose and are actually doing us a favor. So special thanks for the last 4 years and for the next 2. So we gots to say, see ya.
All right, Kings fans, we'll be right back at you. It's probably going to be a while. We're not going to be back with any shows for a little bit, taking a little break. Things got to happen over the summer, but we got some good stuff for you, a little special episodes, segments perhaps, people might want to call them. So I'm Keith Korneluk.
And I'm Chris Kalazewski.
Thank you for watching Overtime by KingsCast.